This is Paul Wasensteiner, and you're watching CoinSpice.
It was really hard. I'm here with Paul Wasensteiner of the Bitcoin Cash Association, formerly known as Bitcoin Cash Fund. How are you doing, Paul?
Yeah, great. It's like an honor to be judging this event. It's amazing to see how many people are here building stuff on Bitcoin Cash and how excited people are to do that.
Yeah, because we haven't really seen anything like this before. This is literally the second Bitcoin Cash hackathon following the one in San Francisco the other day and the first one in Europe. So there's actually a bigger crowd here than the San Francisco one by a small margin. It's great to see that there's a lot of keen hackers here.
Yeah, I mean, we don't actually have that much happening in Europe most of the time, so I think there's some kind of pent-up energy for people to just build stuff. I was speaking about this with Ryan today. I think people are really looking forward to having the opportunity to build on Bitcoin Cash because it's just easy to do. There's no big fee problems or strange edge cases that are coming up. It's just a system that works right now. So yeah, I think this is why there's so many people here today, ready to build stuff.
Exactly, great. It does work right now, and that's something that I think a lot of people fail to understand. So it's great that there's more awareness going around about that, and I'm sure that after this event, a lot of people are going to be continuing to stay interested on the topic of Bitcoin Cash and developing on there. So in your work with the Bitcoin Cash Fund now, Bitcoin Cash Association, have you been dealing yourself with many people who are looking for funding to build great tools and applications on top of Bitcoin Cash?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we get applications fairly regularly to build new businesses and just tools, and we try and support whoever we can. Obviously, we have limited resources, so I think that's probably the main factor at the moment, is that there's so many people that want to build new things that we can't do everything. So it's great, obviously, if events like this can support the community, support developers, bring everyone together. I mean, this is like a part of our strategy at the moment. Is real world events like this are very, very effective because it makes BCH visible in the real world, and gets new projects built and connects developers with businesses and investors. It's really important. So yeah, it's a good time to be in the BCH community. I think a lot of the people that are in it to get rich quick, they've gone, and now it's just the people that want to get stuff done. So
they don't appear to be in Bitcoin Cash. Here we've got all the doers, but then you go and the people that you're talking about are all still in the ICO space.
Right,
I would
yeah.
say.
I think they've kind of all been wiped out, most of them now, and yeah, it's just the people like this who sitting down, working with each other, heads down, making something interesting.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't even know that it's the bear market right now.
No,
because right
exactly.
now there's a lot of stuff going on. Right now where I live, personally, the merchant adoption is exploding, like all this interest in Bitcoin Cash and tools being developed. What about where you're based? Is there anything going on there? What can you tell us about that area?
So yeah, I'm based in Germany. Germany's a tough one because the regulations are a little strange and strict. For example, there's no Bitcoin ATMs across the whole of Germany because of the regulations. So yeah, but there's plenty of people interested. I think it's more in London or the UK, in Spain as well. There's a lot of adoption happening. But yeah, I'm sure it'll pick up as well soon in Germany. Yeah.
There's probably a big BTC community there, like here in Amsterdam, but based on what I've been told by many people who live here, basically, it died off when the fees on BTC became a bit of an issue and stuff like that. Bitcoin was no longer really reliable and a lot of the merchants ditched it. But yeah, I saw Germany, they had like 3 merchants in Berlin or something like that. So it'd be good to get more of those coming along. I'm sure there's a big market for it. And yeah, Europe's not going too bad. As you mentioned, London, there's a fair bit going on there at the moment. The CoinGeek people are helping that grow. And in Slovenia recently, I saw that there was about 160 merchants just added in a very dense area. Do you know anything about that?
Not specifically about Slovenia. I don't know if you pay attention to the Marco Coino app.
Yeah.
So you may have noticed recently that Venezuela and Colombia, they've had about 250 new merchants come online there that accept BCH, and that was because of the Spend BCH campaign that we've been running there. So we pay a $10 bounty to anyone that gets a new business on board with BCH and tweets about it to obviously let everyone know that this company now accepts Bitcoin Cash. And that's been going extremely well. Yeah, like I said, we've got 250 new merchants there. We're going to continue that in those countries and expand it to more. So yeah, I don't know about Slovenia. Maybe there's something similar to that going on there.
So is the Bitcoin Cash Association focusing their efforts on any particular areas in the world? So Venezuela sounds like you're pretty involved there.
Yeah, so we started there because in these countries they need Bitcoin Cash yesterday. You know, they don't have the luxury of speculating on cryptocurrency to try and make money. They need a good monetary system right now.
It's literally life or death for some of these people.
Literally
right?
life or death, exactly. Yeah. So we felt that this was the best place to try and start on the ground to get adoption happening. I mean, obviously we're doing lots of things in different areas, but it was particularly important in Venezuela. And so we'll continue to roll it out in countries that are in a similar situation, maybe in South Sudan as well. I know they're also struggling with financial problems. It's really important that we actually reach people that need cryptocurrencies today.
Yeah, I would totally agree on that. And here in these Western areas, it's just, I don't think some of the people involved in this space, not particularly Bitcoin Cash, but they just don't understand that or how this technology is going to help these people, particularly in these third world hellholes like Venezuela right now. And like CoinSpice has some guys that we do work with in Venezuela, and like he's literally saying, dude, I haven't had water for 7 days. Just that's the kind of situation they're living in there, and Bitcoin Cash is hopefully going to turn things around because their current monetary system is just absolute crap. So back to Bitcoin Cash Association, what are the primary objectives now, and why the rebranding?
Sure. So, our main goal is the adoption of Bitcoin Cash. That is what we're solely focused on, and we're doing that because we want to change the world by giving everyone access to a functioning monetary system, which most people don't have, or let's say almost nobody has actually nowadays. So there's a few different parts to our strategy. Just about the name situation, we needed to change that due to legal reasons in Switzerland because of the founding. It was important that we represented ourselves correctly. We are an association in Switzerland, so that was kind of the reason for that. In terms of our strategy, I mean, we're mainly focused on real-world events, like I say, like this, meetups. You know, we sponsor every single Bitcoin Cash meetup in the world. I think it's 113 different meetups now. Probably growing all the time. Oh, constantly. I mean, I think our target is 200 meetups within the next 3 months. And conferences as well, hackathons. We recently announced we're going to be supporting Eat BCH, the BCH charity, to make sure they have kind of a stable financial foundation. So we're providing them with $1,000 a month in funding. Anything that can bring Bitcoin Cash to people in the real world right now, that's what we're focused on.
Excellent. And any big projects that are being worked on right now currently that we'll see emerge soon?
Yeah, sure. So I can't talk in depth about it, but there's a big conference that will be announced fairly soon in the next month, at the beginning of next year. We're also going to expand the Spend BCH campaign, like I explained earlier. And we've got a change in how we're funding the meetup. So at the moment, we provide a certain amount of funding per attendee, and we're going to change that slightly to kind of, let's say, strengthen the incentives. So there'll be an announcement about that in the next week or two. Okay.
Do you know about the B Foundation on the BTC camp?
Yeah.
How does the Bitcoin Cash Association differ from the B Foundation?
Yeah, so I think we're probably the opposite of that foundation. From what I know and from what the people in that foundation, the B Foundation, have said, they seem to be more focused on, let's say, negative marketing or trying to tear down other cryptocurrencies, whereas we are solely focused on, making sure the BCH community remains positive, proactive. They're constantly building new projects, and if possible, not focused on attacking other people. We've had enough of that over the last 3 years.
Focus on building.
Exactly, focus on building. So this is kind of our main goal, is to get people making positive progress, and that doesn't seem to be what their goal is. Their goal seems to be to attack everyone else, which I don't think is a good altruistic goal for a foundation.
No, not really. And I'm of the belief that the scaling war is over. Like, it's clearly won, and now, like you said, everything needs to be focused on building and spreading adoption. And already we can see the fruits of what people have been doing over the last year. Everything is exploding right now. It feels like we're getting back on track with Bitcoin as it was meant to be. So yeah, it's great. Well, thanks for taking the time to sit down with us, Paul. It was a pleasure meeting you too.
Yeah, pleasure meeting you too.
Yeah.
Cheers for the time.
Excellent.